Today I want to make moi moi. So today I said let me make moi moi because it's been a while I've made this moi moi. Every time I keep postponing it, I'll bring out the beans and I'll put it back again. I'll say, you know what, I will not cook it. But today I say, you see this moi moi, I was going to do it. So now I've started, I had to wake up quite early and wash my beans. So I'm just blending now. So when I was washing the beans, I did not record to show you guys. So this one now I'm just trying to blend the beans. I didn't want to cook much though because I was cooking it for a visitor that is a vegan. So and I said I'm going to cook two stuff, that is stew and moi moi. So that was my chicken that I showed you guys there. So that my big pot that I just brought out now, I've not used that pot for a very long time. But because of this moi, for some reason, the moi is quite much. I actually didn't want to cook much. So I prepared, the moi was much, so that's why I brought out my pots. So here now I'm trying to tell you people why I'm using this small blender to blend my beans, because this bigger one, when you're using the bigger one, it doesn't blend properly. So the smaller one blends smoother. So I'm done blending the beans now. I want to prep for my stew. I said today I was going to use one stone to kill two birds. I don't know how many people knows that proverb. So it's a common proverb in Nigeria. That means you want to do two things at a time. So I'm blending the tomatoes. So I decided to use the bigger blender to blend the tomatoes because I don't want it to be too smooth as well. So the smaller blender blend very smooth, and this one doesn't blend very smooth. This one, it has a setting though. You can set it to blend either smooth or and not too smooth, but not for beans. If no matter how you set it, if you use it, it doesn't work for beans. So yeah. And I finished. That's the last one I was blending. So if you notice, I was using little onions, small onions. Yeah, I like using small onions. I don't know how many people like small onions, because I just like the one I'll just pick and I use it for what I want to use. I don't have to cut half and leave the remaining one. So that's the major reason. So I finished blending now. I'm trying to tidy up, because when I say I should leave it before I come and start washing the blender, when I'm done cooking, I'm going to be too lazy to do that. So I prefer cleaning up when I finish. So now I'm peeling this egg. I boiled it first before I even started washing the beans or blending the beans. I've boiled this egg. So now I'm peeling it. So I boiled 10 pieces of the egg. And when I finished blending the moi moi, I found out that it's as if the moi moi was much. The egg was not going to be enough. So I decided to wash the egg. I decided to slice the egg into half so that it can go round, because it looks like the beans is more than the egg, and I wasn't ready to start boiling another egg again. So I just decided that I was going to use knife to cut it into half. So here I was looking for my measuring cup, so I will use to measure the moi moi, and I'm trying to stir it together. So I was supposed to use leaf to wrap this moi moi, but I went to that African market. I couldn't get the leaf to buy. So here, this is my croaker fish. Like I told you people earlier, that is a special moi moi I'm preparing. I'm preparing for a visitor that is a vegan. She sent her recipe of moi moi to me. So, but when I checked the recipe, there was fish inside the recipe. So this is my first time of using croaker fish. I normally use a kote fish to prepare my moi moi, but because it's for vegan, so that's why I'm using this croaker fish. Unfortunately, when she even came to eat the moi moi, she said she doesn't eat fish. So I was telling her that the menu she sent to me, there was fish in the menu, which I showed it to her because she forwarded it to me through my WhatsApp. So I showed it to her, and she actually saw that she made a mistake. Yeah, so I'm trying to debone the fish here. Yeah, it's croaker fish. It has these tiny bones that are difficult to debone. I know what I'm saying here. I know some people will come at me and say, "Oh, why am I using my hand to mess about with the fish?" So I was trying to say here that it is my food, though. I'm the one that will eat it too. The visitor that I'm talking about is my daughter, or is like a daughter to me. So it's not an outsider that is coming to eat. I'm just doing what is comfortable for me. So that is me trying to dilute my seasoning. I like diluting the seasoning to pour in there so that everything will mix very well. I don't like just putting it straight. So that is the egg that I was telling people about that I'm trying to divide now into half. So I'll use it to add into the moi so it can go round, because as you can see, it looks as if the moi is quite much, but the egg was just 10 pieces. So I had to divide it into two so that I will get about, at least about half, or I'll get about 20 pieces. So that's what I was trying to do. But at the end of the day, what actually happened is that the way I was scooping it, so that I was so conscious of the egg going round. So I started scooping much, and at the end of the day, the egg was left and the mama was finished. So I had to start putting some mama in. There was some a mama that got about 3 pieces of egg in there. Yeah, so here I'm trying to tell you people a story of what happened to me concerning this egg issue. Because when my son came in there, he didn't come to the camera. I asked him if he will eat egg, and he told me he didn't want to eat egg. I said, this is the egg that when I was growing up, when I was about maybe 8 years old, this egg, I got my mom boiled egg and kept for my dad, and I went and took this egg to eat. As I ate the egg, my mom came back and was asking for the egg, and I said I was the one that took it. And she said, why did I take it? Did she give me the egg to eat? So she said that was stealing. For me to take something that wasn't given to me, that was stealing. My mom beats me. She said that is stealing. She beat me until she put pepper inside my pekus. Pekus, I think it's Pekus they call it too. I don't know, let me not go and use the name that Facebook will come and put me in problem. So she beats me, this one beats me and puts pepper inside my Pekus for taking egg. And this same egg is what I will ask my kids to eat. None of my kids eat egg, they don't eat egg. Raymond doesn't eat egg, Rose doesn't eat egg. But it's this same egg that I was beating up, and they call it stealing. Anyway, I was trying to say here that I don't blame my mom more, but that is the way, because bringing up kids, nobody went to school for bringing up kids. Is the way what works for you is what you do. So I believe that was what worked for her, how to treat a child that must have done something like that. So that was what she could do. I didn't blame her for anything, but I'm just trying to make a point here that egg that I was beating for is what my kids are not eating. That I don't even mind even if they come and take the whole egg that I have at home there to eat. I wouldn't even mind. But it was a big deal for me to take just one egg in those days. Things have really changed. So yeah, so now I was still talking about my son, because I called him to come and help me cook and do some things inside the kitchen, which he didn't come. So I was saying, if he's in Nigeria, if you own a 13 years old child, he should be able to help you in the kitchen. So I've covered my chicken, and now I'm trying to my moi with foil. So now I'm trying to put my chicken in my air fryer. Then now I want to do my stew. So the moi is ready now. I said, let me just quickly do my stew before I check the moi, my people. By the time I check this moi, you will not believe what happened. By the time I checked the moi was dry. Everything was sticking in the bottom of the pot. It was sticky. So I had to take another plastic bag to start putting it inside. Although it still came out tasting very, very nice, even though it's stuck to the pot. It